is technically my first video where I'm cooking on my own without my kids, trying to be more in the videos. I feel like it's a little bit more personable that way. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make my spicy salt and pepper prawn. So here I have 1 pound of shrimp, shell on and head still on as well. And this is the only, this might sound disgusting, this is the only kind of recipe where I have shrimp and I will not devein it, as disgusting as that sounds. You know, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, or most restaurants, more times than not, when you order salt and pepper prawns, it will not be deveined. But any other times I'm working with shrimp, I will always devein, always devein. So I have here my shrimp. Oh, I decapitated one. No worries, I'm still gonna fry this unlucky little bastard. So what you want to do is you want to wash your shrimp. I ran it under some really cold water. So I'm going to pat my shrimp here pretty dry. Looks good. And you're also going to need an egg white. So before I begin any of this, I have my shallots here already and my garlic here. And salt and pepper prawns is a 2-step process. And I figured it out the hard way before I just coated my shrimp with the batter and I fried it and then I served it. I realized it wasn't very tasty that way. The flavors weren't really sticking as well. I realized that it was more of a 2-step process. It tasted better when you deep fried it separately, then went back and then coated it again in some shallots and some chili flakes and garlic. It is just so good. So here I have a couple of green onions. 2 is good, but I'm using 3 today just because it's my last 3 and I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to set my green onions aside, and along with my chopped shallots and my garlic. Okay. So now here's my egg white. I'm just going to whisk this. This is going to help seal the flour. Today I'm using a combination of rice flour along with all-purpose flour. If you don't have rice flour, I'm sure you can use cornstarch as well. That's done. So now I'm going to get my flour mixture ready and I'm going to show you how to mix up those spices. Okay, so I have here some all-purpose flour. You're going to need about a 1/4 cup of this. Okay, that's done. And you're also going to need some rice flour. If you don't have rice flour, I'm sure you can go ahead and use cornstarch too. I always have rice flour, being the good little Asian person that I am. And I love it. It's used in a lot of Asian desserts. So you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of that. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just going to use my hands to mix it. Your hands are your best kitchen tools. Just like that. And to this flour, we're going to add our spices. And it's kind of cool how I came up with this system. It's just a 1/4 teaspoon of everything. So it's a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And for color, I like to sprinkle in a little bit of paprika. So before we coat our shrimp with the flour, I'm going to add in 1 whole egg white to my 1 pound of shrimp. This has been perfectly dried. Now I'm going to show you guys 2 ways. I have actually 2 egg whites in here and I'm putting in 1 whole egg white because I'm going to show you guys, if you like your shrimp more with extra batter where it's nice and thick and you can see the batter, then you want to do a double coating of egg whites and also the flour and rice flour mixture as well. So now that my shrimp is evenly coated with my egg whites, we're going to go ahead and dip it into our rice flour mixture along with our spices. So I went ahead and added in my black pepper, white pepper, all that good stuff into my flour mixture, and I'm mixing this all by hand. And then you want to go ahead and add in your shrimp a couple at a time, and I do it this way just to ensure that all of the pieces are nicely evenly coated. I used to put it all in a Ziploc baggie and just shook the bag like crazy, but I realized that it wasn't coating the shrimp as evenly, so I started doing it this way. I'm also going to show you guys quickly how to get a nice thick batter. So now here I'm going to double dip. I've coated the shrimp once already with the egg whites and did the flour mixture. And now I'm going back again and doing another round of dipping it back into the egg whites and then the flour again. Just do keep in mind that if you do decide to what I call double dip, then go ahead and you want to double the amount of flour and spices and also double the egg white. Like instead of use 1, go ahead and use 2. I'm not a fan of it being super duper thick, but just to show you guys that you do have options if you like a thicker batter, I wanted to show you guys how to do that if that's your thing. So here you can clearly see the difference. The ones up at top here, they have more thicker clumps of batter all throughout the shrimp, and that's if you like it that way. And the ones at the bottom, you can tell they're a lot more smoother, which is the way that I like it. I don't like too much batter, but hey, whatever floats your boat, bro. You could do it whichever way you want. Next, we deep fry. I have a couple of cups of vegetable oil here, and you want the oil to be nice and hot, and just deep fry in batches until it's cooked. It should take like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. It just all depends on how much you have going on in there and how hot your oil is. And it's definitely a good idea to get in with a pair of chopsticks to loosen up your shrimp right after you've put them all in there to make sure none has stuck to the bottom. So these are done. These are the heavily battered shrimp, and I'm going to show you guys the difference, what it looks like to have the lightly battered ones. So here is your clear-cut difference between the left and the right. The left obviously has, more batter on it, and the one on the right is actually the way that I like it, which is lightly battered and lightly coated. You choose which way you want to do it. Now to finish this all off, you want to take a couple of tablespoons of your oil that you used earlier to fry your shrimp, add that into a hot skillet, and then you want to add in your chopped shallots. I was going to say onion, but you can use onion if you want to. Cook your shallots until softened. Add in your chili flakes to taste along with your chopped garlic. Cook until fragrant, about 30 seconds, 1 minute, until you can smell that garlic. Throw in your chopped green onion and cook until softened. Toss in all of your shrimp, add a pinch of salt, and just toss to coat all that yummy goodness. And we are done! Yay! I'm going to try one of my shrimps. Let's see here, let's look for... Oh, this one looks yummy. So this is how you eat my salt and pepper prawns. First you want to eat off the green onion and the shallots and the garlic like this. So good. There's literally nothing better than fried garlic and fried shallots. And then you add chili flakes and green onions. And then you carefully remove the head like so. And then you do like this. You know what I'm talking about. I know y'all do that too. Perfect amount of salty. And you get a little bit of sweetness from the onion. And that pinch of salt at the end adds a finishing touch. Now I'm going to peel off the shrimp and act like a lady because this is on camera. But Sad don't eat like that. Sad eat it with the peel on, okay? But I'm going to go the classy route today. If you love shrimp, you have to try this one out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And thanks so much for watching. And I'll try to catch you next time. Bye!